Excellent.
Ugh. So,
Not much. I actually just had a fucking panic attack like 5 minutes ago. I
why?
fucking spilled water on my keyboard.
Say
God.
Say that again.
I spilt water on my keyboard
Why did you spill water on your keyboard?
because I'm a fucking klutz and I knocked it over and God, I hope, like, I guess I'll find out later in the pod if water seeped down and my keyboard stops working at parts. But unlike when Misha peed on it, it wasn't sitting there for like, I don't know, 6 hours before I got there. I was able to like clean it up straight away. But yeah, I swear I just got this keyboard like a few months ago. If it's fucking wrecked, oh, kill me.
I need to find a. Hang on. Probably do it there, can we? Yes, maybe, no. If I just. There we go. I've decided that I finally need to start getting a proper, like, streaming not streaming, but like recording profile rather than just leaving it at something and tinkering with it in the editing phase.
Yeah,
Rather
fair
getting
enough.
something solid that just kind of stays there.
I mean, whatever makes it easier for you, you know.
It's not about
Aye.
easy so much as consistent. Because I mean, believe it or not, podcast quality has improved over the couple of years.
Yeah.
Like, the big one was trying to get rid of the fucking fans on my PC, which is, I think I've got that one down now.
Yeah.
But then there's some episodes where you're really loud, some episodes where you're really quiet. And I think it just depends on how much shit I can be put up with when I'm editing this.
Oh yeah, that was something that I noticed was the fact that, you know, we're paying fucking pretty much $100 a month to Discord, so we get that really nice audio quality, and then I fucking hear myself and it sounds shit. And it's like,
I thought about that. Are you open to the possibility that it's because the server's based in the fucking UK?
yeah, I mean,
So
there's plenty of reasons why, but it still makes me annoyed.
So yeah, it's great for you, not for the guy who has to fucking get all this shit.
Well, no, yeah, it's based in the UK, but you come in fine for me. Like when I listen back to the pod, I notice no difference in how you sound, but compared to like little Audacity recordings I make versus how I sound, there's a huge difference. I really thought it was an issue with my mic at first until I did some tests and recorded some notes and whatever. It's like, no, that sounds fine.
You and your fucking notes.
What the fuck's that supposed to mean?
I was just looking through like the occasion. I didn't get to talk much yesterday because I was busy with work, but I still caught snippets of everything everyone talked about.
Yeah, I mean,
fucking yesterday.
Should we say it for the podcast? I guess.
What do you mean? This is the
well,
podcast.
We're talking in. Yeah, no, but that's what. No, I'm not. Should we save it? Should we say it for the podcast? Because people might be listening who didn't see that.
What? That you have a dinky little notebook where you write down all your dirty opinions.
Yeah. But it's an Excel spreadsheet, and yeah, I keep little notes on everyone because I have fucking dementia, and if I don't, I forget shit.
That's
so.
Doesn't dementia the one where you start seeing shit that isn't there, or start believing shit that
No,
isn't
that's
real?
schizophrenia. That's schizophrenia, I think.
I remember always reading Greek texts about like my granddad has dementia and he thinks that like the floor of the hospital has fucking alligators in it.
Maybe I know Alzheimer's is the memory one, but I don't know. Dementia is just easier to say.
The memory one where because I actually saw one of one of the Alzheimer's not clinics but support groups, and the fucking flowers are forget me not.
Sorry, what?
The flower of the Alzheimer's like community or something is the forget me not.
Oh, oh, right. Oh, I mean, makes sense. Makes sense.
No, it doesn't. They have Alzheimer's. That means they forget shit. You fucking retard.
No, I'm pretty sure that's the objective of the foundation. Is
Yes,
that they don't forget
and
shit.
the objective of my joke was to point out the polar fucking opposite.
Aye. But yeah, no, it's just it's mainly I mainly use it for birthdays. That's the most useful thing. Um,
That's a good
and
point
shit like
because
that.
I don't remember people's birthdays
It's
unless
fucking hard.
I mean I think I've got my immediate family down, but granted I've had like the past 20 years for that to get drilled into me.
Yeah, yeah. It does amaze me because there are people who don't know like their family's birthdays. You know, it's like how
It
you
helps
must have went through 20 of them. You know,
it helps a lot with my family because I think like they're either in under the star signs of Aquarius or Libra.
right?
So like my yeah, I'm an Aquarius, my dad's an Aquarius. Like actually all of my dad's side's uncles and aunties are Aquarius. I don't know what
Mm,
my grandmother was fucking around with, but
yeah.
that
Was a birthday in April, perhaps, or something like that.
yeah, no, her birthday's in December, I think. Might be my
Yeah.
granddad's birthday. I don't know. I never met him. He died
Because
when
that was a realization. Oh, sorry, you go.
no, he died when I was 2. But
Mm.
then my mum's a Libra, my sister's a Libra, and I don't remember any other family birthdays beyond that.
Mm. Um, all I know is that my mother's birthday is in April, and both mine and my sister's birthdays are like 9 months after. So draw your own conclusions there. Um,
The worst birthday gift anyone could ask for.
I'd argue with that, but I'm in some agreement. To be fair. So how have you been?
I've been good. It's been a boring month. Absolutely nothing has happened this month. Nothing at all.
I mean, yeah.
So much of nothing has happened that I got nothing to talk about. Except for the things that
I mean,
I think I want to talk about. But I mean,
yeah. I mean, I'll hand it to you. Like, you go ahead.
what? No, you're supposed to say that you came up with something as well.
I've got some stuff I can talk about, but
No, we'll hear yours
you.
first. Because I've kind of half forgotten the shit I thought of already. And
I mean,
this is the thing. I don't write shit down, but my memory is usually pretty good. Except everything I come up with to talk about, I'm thinking when I'm on the job, and then I'll just
right.
get here on Saturday and remember none of it.
Mm.
Maybe
Yeah,
because
I mean,
it gets filed away in like the work related folder of my brain, and then it's
yeah,
just weekend. It's like who the fuck cares what's going on there?
exactly. Yeah, fuck that. But I mean, you go.
Okay,
You
so
go.
first, do we actually want to address the big black asphyxiated elephant in the room?
I don't remember what the elephant is, so sure.
Something to do with jogging.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
It's good to see that you finally caught on what a jogger was.
I can't fucking believe that I didn't twig. I'm so annoyed because I shouted at everybody for being racist. But then people were like tentatively saying jogging. Even you, literally, as soon as I said everyone stop being racist, you said like jogger please or whatever, and there's like And I don't know, in my head, I was just like, oh, that's just some new meme or whatever. Okay, whatever.
It is a meme.
And, right, well, yeah, but it took me like 3 or 4 days, and I posted in like the mod chat, like, this jogger mean what I think it means, and like 5 people were just like, yep. It's like, God fucking damn it. Because clearly I didn't challenge people saying jogger, so then everyone just started saying jogger instead of other words.
It's a great fuck. I love it. It fits all the syllables. It fools dumbasses like you. It's a nice word. I like jogger.
Yeah, no, but I feel like it doesn't fool anyone. I'm just a retard. Like,
just jog on.
Yeah, that's how it should be, man, right? Cultural appropriation. No, I mean, like, whatever. Say what you want, but not here. Like.
He's lying, of course. He won't do a fucking thing.
Oh, don't you know I'm motivated by spite?
Do it.
Oh,
bitch, you won't come.
You really challenging me on the fucking live podcast?
Well, it's not live, and yes.
It's pretty much... Alright, yeah, it's not live, but you know what I mean. Fuck you. Just wait.
As for actually addressing the big black asphyxiated elephant in the room, I actually don't know anything about it too much.
I mean, I wasn't finished. You just like... I may as well say this for posterity reasons. Is like, yeah, I'm trying to get shit. I'm trying to change certain things with the server at the moment. Now, I already know that Moon is definitely on the opposite side, but I don't like all the unironic racist shit. I'm over it. It's like I don't care about racist jokes, shit like that. I don't really give a shit about that. But when there's legit people, saying some pretty abhorrent things unironically, is what I just can't stand for that. And it's like you can say it somewhere else, like go on Paul or go on a different server, like.
I've heard this statement a lot in my life, and it usually ends.
I wonder why.
And not directed at me, but I hear it a lot, and it usually ends with whoever's saying it taking anything to not be a joke.
Sure. Yeah, of course, it's subjective.
It's like the thing one of the things I rag on Reddit a lot is, oh, I'm all for a good prank, but that's just cruel.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off. It's funny.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing, like, I'm in that position to make that call, Like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'm not going to dispute that with you, but I still reserve my right to whatever, and I feel like I'm pretty fucking relaxed.
And I can reserve my right to call you a wanker.
You disagree? Yeah, sure. But,
excuse me.
But I mean, to get real, I think you've just garnered the reputation that you've wanted, in the sense that nothing you say I take seriously.
Oh, nothing I say anyone takes seriously. It's great. Like the times, the times where it's funny because I've had people that they'll blow up at me when I make a joke, but then the moment I actually make a serious statement, they say, "Oh, Moon's trolling, right? No one can possibly actually think this."
Mm. No, I mean, I fucking get that, but like, if you say something like fucking abhorrent or whatever, the thing is, I've known you for what 3-4 years now. Like, it's with the brand, right? Whereas if somebody else who doesn't have that reputation say something equally as abhorrent, yeah, I take it more seriously. So
what he's trying to say is, if you've got some fine ass jokes DM them to me, and I'll post them on your behalf.
Sure. All right.
If you're
Yeah,
starting
yeah.
to think that 6 million's just that little bit too high, talk to me. You know, we're not racist. We just investigate in math, and 13 and 50 don't go well together.
mhm.
I think that one could have been said better, but I'm working on the fly here. Give me a break.
But I mean, yeah, like, yeah. To be honest, I'm not too concerned about you, TBH.
You
Like,
say that.
yeah. I mean, who knows? Who knows? I mean, I'm sure you'll make it your mission, whatever. I don't know. But you know, like, yeah, compared to other people, but it's been mostly good. Again, I don't give a shit about jokes or even saying the certain word that you will say right now if you wish.
It's not funny if you put me on the spot like that.
So, like, I don't care about that. It's just I don't want this server to be a space where people can say that in a sense where you don't know if they're joking or not. I'm not articulating myself well, but I think people get what I mean.
I think what he's also trying to say is, as the resident black man, I give you all N-word passes.
Great. I mean, no, but like, I know I've just said this, but like, I don't give a shit about people saying the N word in certain contexts. You know?
No, but I'm sure Pomf does.
Yeah. I find myself mostly in agreement. You know?
Of course you do.
What does that mean?
Nothing.
But it's mainly Americans, I find. We're gonna get onto how fucking dumb.
Well, that's the thing about America, the land of the free. But there's so many words they can't say. They can't say cunt. That's the one I care
Yeah.
about the most. Not because that's our word or anything. Just they can't say it well.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this isn't a matter of permission so much as it is skill.
Mm.
They don't have the skill to say cunt.
Yeah, effectively. When they do, it just sounds like ham-fisted. But
Like,
no, I mean like with Americans, it's
anytime anyone tries to say any place in New Zealand, it sounds so fucking wrong. Which is made worse because like my boss's wife is from the West Coast, so hearing her,
US.
yeah, West Coast USA.
Mm.
So hearing her say shit like Rotorua or Taupo or Wanganui, like those are probably the big ones, but there's like a whole bunch
Yeah.
of little ones in between that. It just makes like the back of my neck itch.
Mm. No, shit. Never mind.
Oh, go on, you've started it now.
Well, I was gonna say, are you offended? But of course, you're not fucking offended.
No, I'm not offended. It just feels wrong.
Yeah. No, but I'm all mean like with Americans. It's like they often feel like it's their God-given right to say whatever they want wherever they want. Is the main thing.
It's not their God given right, it's their Constitution given right.
Get some pedantic. Okay, sure. But
I follow
but
the
yeah, I
Constitution,
mean,
I don't worship it.
sorry.
I follow the Constitution, I don't worship it. It's a big difference.
Wait, you a New Zealander follow the Constitution?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Do you go to bed with a copy of the Second Amendment?
No, I go to bed with a pillow, mate.
Fuck, that's probably a bit more comfy. But yeah, like, fuck. Yeah, it's more just say certain shit elsewhere. That's basically it. But to get to the actual thing, I guess, protests and whatever.
Yeah, I don't really have an opinion on it.
I'm fucking pro riot, tbh.
Go.
Yeah, I'm pro riot without the context of being an American. Just sitting and watching it. Yeah, fuck them up.
I found the chairs pretty funny.
I don't know this Chaz thing.
This Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone.
Oh, is that the place in Seattle?
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
Right.
A bunch of rioters took over and declared independence.
Based.
I think, which took all of I think it took like all of 2 days for it to turn into an authoritarian shithole with no food.
God, you couldn't have scripted it better, could you? Oh. So he was fucking running the shit.
As far
It's
as
like
I
Antifa or
like,
something.
as far as I know, the anonymous hacker known as 4chan. I don't fucking like.
Just fucking moot.
Like, this is well, I don't have an opinion on this shit because I don't really pay attention. Like, I muted
Yeah.
shitpost for like 3 days
Yeah.
because
Same.
I just don't care. I don't
The
know.
issue with the
No, I don't know why I don't care. I think it's just another one of those overexposure things. Like, I've had to deal with
yeah
2 months of people blogging about fucking coronavirus. I had to deal with this for the past 2 weeks. I just don't fucking care anymore.
yeah.
Although on the notes of
No,
coronavirus, we have officially gone back to level 1 after having no new cases for like 3 weeks.
yeah,
And
no, I've been fucking seeing it on every fucking image site. Fucking clap your hands for New Zealand.
yeah, I wish we
Like,
had a leader as strong as this. I said, no, you
Mm.
fucking don't. You want a leader as strong as if you want a leader as strong as ours, genocide about 95% of your country and move down to just living in a state. See how like much you can get done then.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We've talked about this before, actually, with like gun control and why like it just wouldn't fucking work in different places.
That's why
But yeah,
nothing
like
works in other fucking places because it's its own fucking place and people don't get that.
yeah, yeah. But I do want to just quickly say on the pro riot thing, it's like I'm with you in that the desensitization, but like for the past fucking as long as I've been aware of the news, every fucking year there's several of these. Black man gets shot for no reason. It's fucking recorded, and it's just
Can I ask at the same time, how long have you been paying attention to the news, and as was it before 2016?
yes. uh, I mean, 2012 maybe, pretty much I'd say, but like, yeah, like all these fucking stories and mass shootings as well and all that shit, right? And it's just like, there's always a peaceful fucking protest after each one, and nothing fucking gets done. Nothing changes. And it's like, if I was American, which I'm not, thank God, but if I was an American, I'd be fucking pissed at this point. Like, that's what I mean. I'm totally uninformed on it, but it's like, I'm just tired of seeing the same shit, so whatever, fuck it, right?
I guess,
Fuck
but
them
I
up.
think at the same, like, I would have preferred something in between. I think I've said this. I don't know if I said it with you. I think I said it with Sleepy, but I probably also said it with you. Just like how teachers like go on strike, where they like give you 2 weeks notice as to not disrupt anything with their strike. Like,
Yeah.
fucking really?
Or like we have like nurses strikes and doctor strikes where they still have to go to work, but they don't get paid, but they don't do paperwork. That's like the only thing. They don't do paperwork, but they're just doing their job because by law they have to.
Yeah, like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's an in between between like being a weekend warrior and like burning down your community.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's effective and no one goes to.
Yeah, like I mean, it doesn't take much to say like obviously I don't support the destruction of small businesses in your local area, but it's like if you're fucking rioting, I mean, let's be real, that shit happens. Like you're gonna destroy everything. It's like, what do? Do you have like a spreadsheet, and do you only go after like companies listed on the Nasdaq or the Dow Jones or whatever the stock exchange is? Fortune 500 companies.
Yeah, I'm sure all of them
like,
are based out of Harlem.
exactly, right? Like no, like this shit's good. Like you can have like two conflicting opinions. Whereas if I was American and I had a small business and that was my livelihood, I'd be fucking standing like outside of it, fucking rooftop Korean style. Not because I'm some weekend warrior brave, but because if that fucking goes, that's my like livelihood gone. But at the same time, you can still be like pro smash shit up, right? I mean, maybe it's two conflicting views, but that's what I think.
Smash shit up so long as it isn't my shit.
Exactly, just the standard selfish approach,
yeah,
right?
Just like yeah, like yeah. There was a quote for that, but I've forgotten it.
Yeah, I'm not saying my opinion's the right one, but I mean like it's the one I have. But yeah, shitpost is an absolute fucking cesspool. But the issue is like obviously like we're both in full agreement here. Like a politics channel would be a terrible fucking idea. Like
yes,
fucking awful. But at the same time, like politics is going to
then
be
I
discussed.
think like half of the new channels are, well, not half, a third, because there's only 3 of them.
Yeah.
A third of the new channels is shit.
I mean, we can get onto that, but like, yeah, like politics is gonna be fucking discussed, but I don't want it shitting up general, and I don't want it even shitting up like flavor of the month. So it's like, where does it go? All right, put it in shitpost, and then just allow anybody to post like footer or whatever just over it, like
Yeah,
free pass to break up the conversation.
That's my motto. It's been my motto for years. If you don't like something, come up with something better. And the reality is that it's really hard to beat a big, fat, throbbing cock attached to the most gorgeous anime girl. Just spraying cum down your throat. It's just okay hand skin tone 1.
I mean, yeah, though, for anyone listening, though, who maybe hasn't twigged onto this, like, you have carte blanche to just fucking flood shitpost whenever politics gets in. Because that's the thing, like, I don't really want to hear, but at the same time, like, there's no point in banning it because people will talk about it anyway. You know what, like...
The market
it's
provides.
Just something you can't... Plus, I mean, I don't want to ban... Like, right now, what I'm banning at the moment is don't be unironically racist, and I'm already having a hard enough time with that.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised I'm still not here, despite everything. By the way, how's your opinion on Argentinians doing?
I mean, do you want to do real talk? Like, real talk, I don't give a shit about them.
They don't exist. Like, Argentina isn't real.
I mean, I've never met an Argentinian in real life.
I have.
There's a few on the internet, and
in fact, Argentina is probably one of the few Latin Americans I've met in real life. My mate had an exchange student at his place, and he basically just shit posted about rugby.
Nice.
He's also pretty white.
Yeah, but I mean, like real talk, like I don't fucking care. You know, like I have vague opinions on the nationality, like fucking Maradona '86, fucking fucking balling in, knocking us out. I'm
I
salty about that. But
I have no idea what
that's
that is.
all right, right. You want content? I'll give you fucking content. In the '86 World Cup, um, it was England versus Argentina. I think it was the quarterfinals. Um, and Diego Maradona, one of the greatest footballers of all time.
Was he the one that did all the
Um,
cocaine?
yes.
There we go. So I
Um,
have heard of him before.
yeah, that's him. He punched the ball into the net, and it was recorded. Like, not like a picture or whatever. Like, it was fucking recorded, but the ref didn't see it, so it was given. So it was 1-0, and then later on, he made one of the best goals ever, not with a handball. But yeah, he knocked us out in a tournament, and then afterwards, he says some fucking still makes me seethe, like a little bit of the head of Maradona, a little bit of the hand of God. And it's been called the hand of God, and it's like an icon in fucking Argentinian football. Note that you can't fucking handball. The icon is literally cheating.
this goes back to one of the most basic rules of like sport, which is it's okay if it's really fucking cool, and punching a ball is pretty fucking cool.
Fuck off! No, it's not! We had a really good chance! They cheated! They got away with it! It's not fair!
It's totally fair.
Like, fuck the Falklands. That's what I give a shit about with Argentina. Fucking Maradona. And he was so smug about it.
Wait,
He was so fucking smug.
No, Chile's the west coast, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, just trying to remember which side was involved in the Falklands.
Yeah, oh no, Chile was based. They fucking helped us. Like I read something like it was like a secret for a huge amount of time, but Chile did like so much for the UK. Like they kept monitoring all of the air. I was gonna say air traffic, is that the right term?
Yeah,
like
that'll work.
Scrambling. Yeah. They monitor that, so which is one of the main reasons that the UK's air to like destruction ratio was so high. And on the couple of days where the basically we forced them to keep it open, and the Chileans were saying like, dudes, if we keep staffing this, it's going to break. It's not very good. We've got to give it maintenance. And obviously, Maggie Thatcher was just like, keep it on. And it broke, and for the several day period it was broke, Argentinian and British like air destruction ratios was like equal. And when it went back on, our ratios went sky high again. So yeah, base Chile.
Yeah, it's an interesting conflict. Falklands.
Yeah.
This weird little microcosm, and it's not necessarily asymmetric. Modern warfare, which is something you don't get to see all that often.
Oh yeah, not recent, not in modern times. Like, I'd say the most common flashpoint would maybe be like India-Pakistan border. They have skirmishes a lot, but
yeah, but that's Pakistan. Pakistan is a joke.
Yeah. No. Pakistan's actual military is decent. Like, it's the fact that
it's 2020. They're fighting with a superpower. Like, they don't have a chance.
Fair point. Yeah, fair fucking point.
India now has like modern self-produced MBTs that are totally not leopard toes.
Man, I miss some of that shit. Like how pretty much all tanks are just MBTs now, and there's no fucking battleships anymore. Like, feels bad, man.
Well, it comes down to a lot of the realities of things, and
Of course.
you can make a 20,000 ton ship, but an exoset's gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, yeah. No,
No,
no.
granted,
I'm not saying.
an exocet probably costs $500,000, and you might need to launch 4 of them if like the close. I forget what the acronym stands for, but the CIWS, like, basically the like anti-missile Gatling guns.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, I'm not saying like, oh, I know something that no other admiralty does: make big battleships. Like, yeah, obviously, fucking air power and shit
Dude,
is just.
just
Oh,
go to the DoD and try and sell them mechs again for the probably the.
oh shit! Just like, all right, guys, I read this fucking thing called Steel Hearts. Gave me an amazing fucking idea. Uh,
Yeah, like I know it didn't work in the '80s and the '90s and probably in the 2000s, but Boston Dynamics, that fucking dog, he's going somewhere. We just
yeah, just make sure there's no door handles anywhere,
yeah.
okay?
Well, I mean, just
That's like their one fucking weakness.
yeah. I mean, all we need to do is just slap a Bushmaster on that fucking thing, and we're done. Don't need a fucking Bradley anymore.
Oh, right, no, but here's the thing, like, with fucking private corporations, like, what's, like, no, not Lockheed, what's the fucking really shady sounding private army? Like,
But
Blackguard or something like that?
um,
Oh,
Blackwatch? No,
no, I don't think so.
the Blackwatch was from Prototype, and I also think it was
Yeah.
from Overwatch.
I'm just gonna, right,
I know that
private
like
army.
there's that English one that was like working in Africa for a while that was called like Executive Outcomes.
Oh, when was this?
I don't know. I know you don't like him, but fucking Count Dankula did a bit on like the CEO guy who had a pretty fucking interesting life. Basically, he like was a British citizen that was like born in South Africa or something, and basically just ran a PMC during like the post World War II era.
Yeah.
It helped in all
Am I
kinds of like rebellions and both the suppression of and installing them.
I might have to like. Yeah, I don't find him hugely funny, but yeah, he's not like a bad guy. He's just sorry. I'm trying to fucking find the name of this company. Uh, fuck. No, not G4S.
G2A.
I mean, what do you think they do with that key money? To be fair, like, there's got to be going somewhere. Wait, Pinkerton National Detective thing is an actually real thing? I thought I was just in Red Dead Redemption. What's a Oh, right. Never mind. I haven't found it.
All right, but some really shady PMC. Where are you going with this?
Fuck. I've got no fucking idea, mate. It's totally fucking lost.
Your box is gone.
Yeah. My box is soggy.
Should we? Okay, so actually, where were we going with this? Fuck, I've forgotten now. This isn't good at
Oh,
all.
Blackwater. That's it called. That's what it was.
There we go.
Blackwater. Yeah. I still don't know why the fuck I was bringing it up.
It was in Payday, wasn't it? There we go. There's a really pain in the ass mission in Payday 2 where you like break into one of their warehouses to steal a bunch of shit.
Oh, I think I remember that.
Yeah, we did it a lot briefly in that stint where just when Payday 2 had gone free to play and everyone kind of just like went back for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, God. I was gonna say that was a game, but to be fair, it really wasn't.
I mean, I'd say that I say go back, but that was my first time playing it.
Uh, that was fun. Those were fun times. Well, it was me, you, Sleepy, and who was the other one?
Which was the
Yeah.
resident expert sort of thing at the time,
Yeah, yeah.
who we'll get around to talking about later, I think. Because
Oh, yes, yes.
I said I was going to talk about the thing.
Mm.
I don't know. Do we actually have anything left to talk about on this, or
Riot's bad, but it's gonna happen. We're all tired of hearing about America.
all right? Work is
New Zealand.
busy. Yeah, work is busy because we're so good at dealing with pandemics. Forehead. Seriously, like the past 2 weeks, I don't think I've been able to go home on time, just because everyone's trying to get as much alcohol as they can in preparation for this shit show that was probably last night.
What
And
was
then,
last night?
last night was the first Friday out of lockdown, so everyone did.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a shit show because while we didn't deliver to any pubs yesterday when I went on the delivery run,
Mm.
just the fucking traffic. Trying to navigate a 10-ton truck through a city that was built to be a town, which I'm sure the
Yeah.
UK is very familiar with.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
we were once we were a hamlet of 500 people at like 1,000 years ago. We built the streets this narrow, and it stayed that way up until now. So yeah, we got that kind of city planning going on, and just trying to navigate a 10-ton truck up there while you have every fucking retiree going out and buying whatever dumb fucking shit they want, and you just trying to like stop the truck to try and pull out a fucking box of chicken. So yeah, yesterday was a fucking, what was it, 15 hours, I think.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I'm getting that fat paycheck on Wednesday, but god damn.
Ooh. No anime figure is safe.
Well, they're still safe until Japan gets its shit together. Because I have so much shit on, like, it's like, oh, there's an issue with your order that, like,
Yeah,
it's not leaving Japan for the next couple months.
yeah. Aren't you up to like 6 or 7 now?
I don't know. I've got um the cinnamon figurine, the maple figurine, 2 Blu-rays, an art book, and I think about 3 or 4 Nendroids just like
Right.
sitting in warehouses in Japan.
Gee.
And it's not like I'm saying maybe I should hold out on. I'm still check like pre-order sites every day.
Yeah.
Like even now, there's like Nagatoro finally got a figurine who
Yeah.
you might be familiar with.
Not off the top of my head.
Don't bully me, Nagatoro. The tanned schoolgirl that everyone.
Oh, does she have like short hair?
No, you're thinking of I don't know what her name is. I just call her Sugoi because she always
Oh,
has
yeah, it's the one that Witch posts a lot.
this one.
Yeah. Let's see. Fucking Ami loads. Oh no, that. Oh.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
girl.
can you fucking load this? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I'm
I
not.
know what you mean.
I mean, yeah, I'm not too into it, but into this figure at least, it feels like the coloring is slightly off. But then
Yeah, she
again,
looks
like,
very tanned.
not. I mean, she's supposed to be very tanned, but
Yeah, but you know what I mean, like not in the good way.
Yeah,
Like
kind
not
of.
in
I don't want to say orange, but
yeah, like fake tan. That's what it looks
a
like.
bit. So like, what's that? What's the one that is it? Liver failure that turns your skin yellow?
I thought it was jaundice.
I thought jaundice was liver failure.
All right
What is it?
then. I know
Jaun-
jaundice turns you yellow.
it's jaundice with a J. Jaundice is a condition of skin whites and ooh, high level of bilirubin, a yellow orange bile pigment. Okay, bile. Ooh, fuck, that looks horrifying. Yeah, a bit of jaundice going on. There's also another like petite, petite, petite tanned anime girl figure that I won't show. But if you're in my very cool Cumbrian server, you'll see it. Um, yeah, so I'm still looking at shit, but nothing interesting's coming out. Or at least nothing interesting to me. But yeah. Also, I'm running out of space to actually put shit.
What, like physical space?
Kinda like basically just because I mean, while I like this stuff, and while some people are more, believe it or not, braver than I am, there are questions I don't want to answer about why there is a scantily clad, underage-looking girl on my desk.
Yeah.
So there's kind of like a shrine in my closet where I keep everything, and yeah, that's slowly running out of space.
I know, there's a joke forming in my head there of like, but I couldn't quite get the words together. Like something to do with like, yeah, don't let us see the shrine closet. There's some meme out there that follows that formula.
The mum found the weeb shrine.
Oh yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, there's some cute shit, but just not in anything I'm interested in. There's a bunch of Azalane stuff.
I haven't. I've been really bad with Azalane. Oh, I'm actually pretty depressed. I haven't been on it for quite a while.
Yeah, I'm starting to think Mobage just isn't for you. Then again,
What do you mean?
I'm starting to think video games are just not for you. I've been thinking about this a lot lately because yeah, you admit you have a hard time sticking with something.
Yeah, I have to clarify, like in both ways. Yeah, like being committed to something in the long term, but also like, I can't do something for like 3 hours in a row or 4 hours in a row. So even at the short term, I've got to take breaks and shit, which makes it very annoying to play with me.
Let me finish what I'm saying. So one, you're not very
Yeah,
good at you're not very good with commitment. So in a
yeah.
sense, like Mobage is out of the question. But the other thing that gets me when I think about this is you can only play something for a couple of weeks, but the only thing on your mind is always the newest, shiniest game. So you're basically paying full price for AAA every other week.
I can't. You know what? I want. Should we run through the games I fucking bought just over the past fucking 2 weeks?
I mean, if we want to go over the games I brought over the past 2 weeks, apparently I brought 1,500 video games to fight racism. My itch.io account now has more games than my Steam, GOG, Epic, Blizzard, Origin, and Uplay combined.
Fuck,
Which
fuck
is
me.
not that impressive because there's like one game on my GOG and like I don't have a Uplay and I don't have an Origin.
But like, so yeah, so over the past like 2 months, I bought. Not 2 months, sorry, like 3 weeks. I bought The Witcher 3, Monster Train, Slay the Spire, No Man's Sky, which was refunded. most of the Blood Bowl DLC, Darkest Dungeon, Total War Warhammer, and all the DLC. No Man's Sky, which I've refunded. Super Mega Baseball, which I'm in the process of refunding. Sea of Thieves. Like a ton of European Universalis DLC I didn't have. Civ 6 and Star Wars Battlefront 2.
The EA one, right?
Yeah, I already have the good one.
I mean, by contrast, if we want to run through the games, although this doesn't help with games I bought because like Humble Bundle, I bought Lucy Got Problems, which is apparently a hentai game that was on my wish list. This War of Mine, Steins Gate, and the Age of Empires like definitive edition. That's going back until March.
Oh, I just went back to like halfway through May. But yeah, I like the main issue I have is my storage space. So I have just a 500 gig SSD, and 300 gig of that is like system shit. So I really only have 200 gig. Now I do have a hard drive, but I'm so spoiled with loading games on an SSD. I don't fucking put games on a hard drive.
I don't notice the difference. Really,
that's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
But mostly because, like, I mean, what the fuck am I playing? It's one of those things where you think back, it's like, oh my god, look at all these load times. Like, how did we live before? We lived by doing other shit. You know, if I'm waiting for a loading screen, I'm taking a sip of my tea. You know?
Yes. All right. Sorry, Grandad. Right? Yeah. Technology progresses.
Technology progresses, and we suddenly find less and less. We save all this time to do less and less of our vital functions, like sleep and eat.
Right. I don't want to get all philosophical. All I'm saying is I've got like 200 gigs. So when I want to play something new, I've got to uninstall something.
And I'm just saying the same thing I said a couple of weeks ago, that if I had $1 for every motherfucker on the server that said they were resetting their sleep schedule, I could fucking retire.
I think I'm a solid $20 tier on that.
Yeah, stop listening to this podcast. Go the fuck to sleep, everyone.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go and take a piss. How about after that we talk about the witch thing?
Alright.
Alright, be right back. Back.
Sorry, I was reading about breast physics, apparently. Someone posted a GIF where a girl dodges a bullet by having her tits sway in such a way that the bullet goes like between them. It's very fascinating, and then someone did the math. I'll post links in podcast. So that's the GIF.
Let me see. Ooh.
And fucking move, bitch. There we go. Now you can look at the maths done for later. Basically, just very fast tits moving at incredibly high speeds.
In opposite directions as well. That takes some skill.
That's what working the pectoral muscles is for. You know, women think that just because they have tits, they don't have to work out their pecs. They are wrong. They are dead wrong.
You never know if you're going to get fucking shot and you need to dodge.
Alright.
So, okay, right. Can I just quickly ask before this? When I hopped on that voice chat with you and Sleepy, you were talking about Biggest, weren't you?
Probably.
Right, so, okay, right. So, I haven't heard any of the witch stuff. Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, well, the biggest, the biggest thing, I think, what you walked in was basically say that he isn't a fucking bellend anymore,
Yeah.
which is impressive.
Character growth.
Yeah, I actually DM'd him. I think this is what I told Sleepy, but yeah, like I DM'd him the other day and I was like, dude, like you left and you came back a week and a half later and you aren't a massive cock anymore. What's up? And he basically just said like I'm trying to like not be as confrontational as I used to be.
Yeah.
He was also very specifically stating that he wasn't doing it for me or anything. So I called him a baka, and he didn't respond.
All right.
Uh,
Fucking Sundler.
so the witch thing is basically our story, like our history with tabletop gaming.
Oh god.
So
This is like hearing all the fucking Warframe stuff from the other server. I'm just prepared. Like the Odyssey.
what?
Never mind, just go ahead. Just go ahead.
So the disclaimers on my end. I come up with great fucking ideas. The best fucking ideas. Ideas so great that I have a Patreon that you can subscribe to and have some of them. However,
How many people subscribe to you?
no one.
Okay.
However, I am also very, very, very good at being myself. In fact, I've spent the past 24 years of my life practicing how to be me. And I like to think I've gotten pretty good at it. The downside is I'm not good at being anyone else. And this ties in incredibly well into role-playing.
Yeah.
So, how long ago was all this now?
2017? Pretty sure.
Maybe we'll say 2017. Around 2017, back in our old server, the same conversation I had seen 1,000 times before was, dude, we should start a D&D session. And I don't mean just in the server. I mean, like, I've heard this in every other server, and it never happens.
Yeah.
We didn't go with D&D. We went something with basically, yeah, just tabletop RPG shit.
Dungeon Quest.
Yeah, an incredibly simple system where you just roll dice and shit happens with less math involved.
Yeah.
We went through a variety of campaigns.
Short-lived
ones with a variety of people. You were around for the first one, if I remember rightly.
Yeah. So I've heard this story from many different perspectives.
No,
I say many.
Well, not this story, but we'll start with the first campaign, the one that you.
Yeah. I was just saying that, like, I can't comment on what you're about to say from a first-hand perspective, but yeah, I was for the first one. If I remember correctly, it was something to do with, like, I was in for the first two actually, because I think for the first one, I was dropping in, and so I was like some character that Witch had made, which was basically just like some NPC in the first one. I was him, but I was only in one proper one, and I can't remember exactly. I just remember I kick flipped a lot.
Yeah. You I think you're like some warrior or something.
Who like skateboarded for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That campaign didn't last long because I think not long after that the whole Undertaker thing happened because Undertaker was in it.
Oh yes.
So
no, but I quit before that because I had school and shit.
Yeah. So I think I was a security consultant.
Yes.
Yeah, Bart, the security consultant, who was a basically a lawful thief, and I think this. While I have brilliant ideas, I think a lot of them end up recurring around rogue classes.
Yeah.
Because I think they're actually really fucking interesting if you start like avoiding cliches. And
I think you can say that about pretty much every class, though. To be
yeah,
fair.
maybe. So Bart was short-lived. Cool idea. Wouldn't mind revisiting it or handing it off to someone else to revisit. Because again, I'm very good at being me.
Mm.
um, but the next one, the one that you weren't around for, we had. Who did we have? We had me, Maurice, Sleepy, and
Paul, dude.
yes,
Mm.
I think yeah, old dude Ray, if you want to call him by, uh, yeah, Ray. And I had a month or so had passed, and I'd been hatching ideas in my head, and one of them was one I'd had kind of for a while, which
Mm.
was a mage that wasn't a mage.
Yeah, this is one of the ideas that is actually really fucking good. Yeah.
And it's really hard to think of a word to describe it because like the one that always comes to mind is an illusionist, but technically illusionists can still be a thing.
Yeah.
So I ended up hitting up Witch about this. I was like, I want to make basically a thief or a rogue or something that portrays himself as a wizard.
Yeah.
And by luck, he actually there was a like homebrew character sheet that fit this description perfectly, called a charlatan.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I looked at it and I was like, "Yep, this is fucking great." Um, and so Ivan the Wise was born. He was like 80 something, which is apparently relatively young by elvish years. Everyone thought he
Mm.
was magic because he was an elf, and oh, that's the other thing. In these worlds, the ones that witches made, he was very clear to point out that actual magic users are a rarity, and I think it was a
Right.
way to dissuade everyone just going like, "Oh, I'm a mage, and I'm a mage, and I'm also a mage," because having too
Yeah.
many
Yeah.
mages is gay.
Yeah.
So it kind of worked out well into this. You know, he's not actually a wizard, but he can pretend to be one with, you know, sleight of hand, card tricks, that sort of thing, like the wizards we have in
Yeah.
real life.
So, okay, can I ask then,
Go for it.
for a mage, like combat mage, would there be some things that you would do, like, I don't know, throw a firebomb and pretend it was fireball, you know, things like that,
That was
and
the
that sort of
plan. Yes.
right? Okay.
In fact, there was a moment where I stuck a we were in a room of taxidermized animals, and because I'm a massive asshole, and everyone knows this. And again, I'm very good at being myself. So trying to be someone else and actually help the team is very hard for me to do. So while
Yeah.
everyone else was fighting a taxidermized animal that had come to life, I stuck a cherry bomb in a actually taxidermized animal and blew its head up and said, "Ta-da!"
All right.
There was also a time where I also stuck a cherry bomb up a dragon's asshole.
About what also?
A dragon's asshole. There was a dragon in a dungeon. Um, yeah, Ivan was a bit of a dickhead. Made worse by the fact that he was me.
Yeah.
And you know, we'd go on a few adventures. There was one where I had one where that takes a doll as animal happened. We got stranded on an island, which was our like opening thing. And fuck, who else was there? Sleepy was a corgi like animal that was a
Mm.
cleric. A cleric of the god of fucking partying and alcohol. Totally not Dionysus. I
Right.
think it's called Bourbon, which was great. If I remember rightly, Maurice was a druid, and Ray was a hunter.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So we went around this town, basically to get off the town. We're on an island. Sorry, we were in an island surrounded by pirates or some shit, and to get off the island, we needed a boat. And to convince the people that had the boats to get us off the island, we had to convince the town wizard to deal with the fucking pirates.
Right,
Which led to a haul of smoke, mirrors, and wizardy shit, which we somehow managed to claw our way out of. And the other key thing here, at this point, everyone, even in the metagame, thought I was a wizard.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they didn't.
So actually, can I ask then?
Yeah, ask as many questions as you want, because trying to go through this by myself is going to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I can imagine. For the action, like, shoving a cherry bomb up, how would that work? Because obviously to the group you would be saying, I cast whatever. But what were the logistics of it? Like, how would Witch know what you were actually doing?
Well, again, the simplicity of the system went into this. So whereas you might roll, wisdom or some shit for an actual fireball, I would roll dex.
But wouldn't everyone see that on the?
Well, I rolled dex, but we passed first grade math. We can do basic subtraction and addition. So we'd swap the modifiers around. It's like, oh yeah, you passed, you didn't pass, whatever.
Oh, so you would roll whiz, but you would use the stats.
Because this was also done on Roll20, so everyone would see the rolls. We'd roll wisdom.
Yeah.
But we would stack on but it would actually be dex.
Right, okay. But you didn't have to say to which the action you were doing. He would just go along with it, right?
Yeah.
Or would you have to specify you doing the cherry?
I mean, we did a lot of DMs as well. But after a while, we... after the second mission, I guess you'd call it, after we'd got off the island, we basically came clean to everyone else. Was like, yeah, I'm actually not a wizard. But everyone still kind of played along with it.
Right.
So, yeah, we talked with him, we got off the island, and then we came into contact with some of... by the second mission... No. What the... I think I'm getting shit mixed up now. Because 2 people joined after the second mission, and one of them was one of Witch's real-life friends.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
And he was actually one of the reasons that I kind of had to come clean. Because in real life, Witch had been telling stories about this campaign he'd been running and how he's got this character in the party that is telling everyone that he's a wizard, but he's not a wizard. So he kind of knew. He kept quiet until we basically decided to come clean.
Right.
So that was fun, especially because I didn't know that he knew for the first session or 2, and he keeps grilling me on all these wizard questions because he's an actual wizard this time around.
Oh, right.
I feel like I'm getting someone mixed up because this is when Maurice joined. I'm pretty sure, but I'm remembering a weregoose from the island, and I can't remember who fucking did it. So if you're listening to this and you were part of it and or remember, please let me know.
That's to you, Sleepy.
So we joined the So we ended up, finishing the mission, getting on a boat, going to the mainland, and doing shit.
Hmm.
We went. I'm trying to, because so we got to the main port, then we started like taking a caravan inland, and we ended up at a town that was run by Black Lives Matter. Not actually Black Lives Matter, but there was something about a terrorist group, something about the city, and something about a forest.
Right.
Around this time, I started finding it because a lot of this. Before this, we had I wasn't sure how I actually wanted to portray this magic, and eventually I decided I just want to cop out and use like cherry bombs and firecrackers and shit. Which is around the
Yeah.
point where I realized, hey, arson's pretty fucking fun. um, some buildings got blown up. I cheated a few people at cards, and which was also one of my big issues was uh, I would cheat people of their money. They would find out, and my instinct is to run. But no
Not to
one,
fight.
but the party didn't run. So it kind of ends up with Moon's doing his own thing, and everyone else is kind of left to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, I can see why people might start getting frustrated.
Like again, I understand where shit went wrong, and
Yeah.
that's kind of why I don't do it now. And I'd rather just sell my ideas because it's much better. So there was all of that going on. Um, at some point, we ended up in a mansion, and in a bid to try and like get a bunch of people to escape, I kamikazed myself. I basically like
Right.
there was a guard, like a bunch of guards surrounding me, and I just dropped cherry bombs. Like, yeah, fuck it, I'm out. But I lived. I managed to survive by divine intervention from a like tree nymph or something.
Yeah, I just want to break in and hear. Like I say, I've heard this story from three different perspectives. I remember talking about it with Witch like 2 years after the fact when we redid. Sorry, I don't. I hope I'm not like breaking up your story too much. But like I talked about it with Witch, like 2 years after the fact, when we did our roleplay last year on Biko. I've talked about it with Sleepy, and now I'm getting your. I've kind of talked about it with you before, but now we're getting the proper story. So this from this point
Well,
is where I
I mean, if you
sort of know what happens.
if you ask Witch, he'd say this isn't necessarily the proper story, but
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah,
it's kind of the climax to it. But so I was I basically died short of divine intervention, where
hmm.
some forest spirit was basically decided to save me from death on the point that I like fulfill a task.
Yeah,
And the task the forest spirit set out to me was to convert Sleepy's character back to nature worship. We say back to because apparently corgis are some like fey species.
yeah, yeah. In it's in Welsh mythology, they're considered
Wealth or
part of the
Welsh?
Welsh mythology.
So
Yeah, there's divine connotations with them.
I had to kind of turn um our devout alcoholic cleric into a tree hugger again.
Yeah,
And
you had no interest in being a tree hugger because he didn't even fucking know.
so I mean we this was at the end of the session that I was given the task. So I was thinking for a while on how I want to pull this off. And with the direction I'd been going in, the best idea that I came up with was, I'm going to burn down his church.
Yeah, I have to say, in this story, in hindsight being 2020 and all that, I don't necessarily think that was the right call.
Yeah, in hindsight, the best bit probably would have been to like try and cheat God.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could have like got him drunk because he always drinks all the time, and then like ask him for a favor, offer to teach him magic, you
hey,
know.
hey, hey, dog. Can you do me a favor? Can you forsake your God?
Yeah, but he's like, just you could have said something like, "Oh, your god will be so fucking hammered he won't even notice," and then you can just go back to him later.
Yeah, see, like these are things I weren't thinking about. The idea I had in my head was like, if I weaken the influence of a god, people stop worshipping him. And how do you
Yeah,
get rid of their influence? You get rid of their church.
I mean, there's a line I think in Matthew, the Gospel according to Matthew, where it's like you don't need a church to be religious, like to worship God. So your in Christian ideas at least, your ideas already hit the problem there.
Yeah, but it's not a Christian god anyway. We're pagan as
Yeah.
fuck. Yeah, we're worshiping a god of wine. That's definitely not a one true god. So yeah, that's the idea I had. As we can see, wasn't the best idea. We had a few. We've since then probably had a few other ideas which probably could have worked. Um, but yeah, so I was brought back from the brink of death. A breakout happened in this dungeon that I was stuck in. Wait, no, I that's how I did die. We were breaking out of the dungeon, then I got shot multiple times by a crossbow.
Who shot the crossbow?
Some NPC.
Right.
So yeah, I died, came back to life, and we ended up at the church because we were kind of using it as a hub to like a base to like jump from in all
Yeah.
these shenanigans. So we were leaving the church, and like halfway down the road, I'm like, "Oh shit, I forgot something. I got to run back." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever." And turns out alcohol's really flammable. So
Yeah.
after a fight with the bartender slash like priest running the show, turns out he hits harder than initially thought. Uh, the church burnt down. Sleepy's spidey senses were tingling.
Hmm.
So, like, I walk out of the church. The party comes running back, and they're like, "Dude, what the fuck? The church is on fire." I was like, "Yeah, crazy set of business there. Don't know who did it." Uh, my lie did not work at all.
Hmm.
Um, and at that point, I was really put on the spot, and I had to try and come up with something in this conversation, and I had nothing going through my head at the time. So I kind of just spoke in vague mysteries of "you'll never understand," and, and then like the bartender apparently survived, and he put me out of my misery. Not long after that, there was a party wipe, and the
Hmm.
campaign ended.
I see. Okay, so let's get on to the nitty gritty stuff, right?
What's the nitty gritty stuff?
I mean, your interactions with Witch after the fact.
He wasn't happy with me.
Yeah, I know this. I mean, for the listeners.
Yeah, so I mean, since then he's kind of, I don't want to say necessarily passive aggressive, but
I mean, I'd say at times,
like yeah, like
like,
there was a point like for the first couple of months where like we hadn't really talked about it until he eventually DM'd me and he kind of like let his thoughts out and he's like, "Yep, this is where we stand." I was like, okay. And it's kind of been getting better for the past. I mean, you say 2017, so we'll say like 2 years now. It's kind of been slowly improving. But
That's it. Like, it was something I noticed at the time. Obviously, I wasn't there and no one was talking about it. But, like, I noticed you'd at him for something and he just wouldn't respond, but he'd respond to the post beneath you.
yeah,
But at the same time, like, when I learned what had happened, like,
yeah, well,
I can
I
sympathize
absolutely
with the
don't.
fucking
Yeah, I
pissed.
absolutely don't blame him. And since then, we've had a interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
I still like him. He does whatever he does, and yeah, he DM'd me like a month ago, which is kind of why I brought why this came back to my attention and was something that I should probably talk about.
Yeah.
Basically saying that he doesn't really still forgive me and doesn't understand why I don't say sorry.
Yeah.
Which is for a very long private conversation that I had with him.
Yep, fair enough.
And now we're kind of where we are. Now, with my side of this done, I'm curious about the one that happened, the DM session that happened recently. And when I say recently, I mean the one that's happened in Biko. Because I've heard some interesting ideas from this, mostly from Sleepy. And Sleepy, for record, Sleepy, who was involved in all this and had his church burned down, he thought it was fucking hilarious. He still laughs about it.
Yeah, like I say, like I heard Witch's point of view, which, yeah, like I fucking get why he's pissed. You know, sure, I might think he was maybe taking it a bit too harsh, but it wasn't my campaign, so you know, whatever. Yeah, from what I got from Sleepy was just like, yeah, it was just fucking funny. But I mean, do you have anything specific you'd like to know about this one, or like, what do you mean?
I don't
Like
know
the one.
I don't know what I want to know specifically. Just what your thoughts on it were, I guess. And if you want to give a basic rundown of what it was for the listeners.
Yeah. So, yeah, we made an RP. It had
totally not an ERP.
Yeah, definitely. Main group was obviously Witch DMing, and it was me, Sleepy, at times, Kibo, Pomf, and Paul was the main group.
Wasn't Capri involved in this?
No.
Oh, I heard Capri involved in this. Oh.
No. Capri's not even in the chat. He's heavily involved in the Minecraft, not the roleplay. So, God, when is 1.16 coming out? Fucking hell. Or 17.
When the second pandemic hits.
But yeah, like I found myself, you know, in the RPs for back then. You know, I was like, with this one, I had to take a far more of an active role, like steering the party and things like that. And
well, who were you in all this?
You know, I don't even fucking remember, dude. It was over a year ago. Hold on, I might have the folder. Let me check. pictures. It'll be in meme.
Oh
Where's
yeah, yes.
meme?
OC memes were top shelf stuff during this time.
Yeah, meme, and then wait, what one's the oh, the RP? Oh, is this old? Oh no, I think this is the old RP. So is it? Oh yeah, it was when I was the bard. Yeah, this is the old one. Oh yeah, it's the kickflip memes. Okay, right. Yeah, I've got no fucking idea.
Oh,
um,
that's fine then.
but fuck. Wait, hang on. I can log in on the dungeon thing. Roll20. That should tell me. See, now I want to fucking know. Yeah, I think that's it. Sign in. Okay. Games. Oh yeah, Bungeon World. Yeah. Oh, it was Kibo. Oh yeah, Small. Small was there.
Who was
I don't
small
remember
again?
the Argentinian. He's one of the main. He's one of the main guys on the KS server.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think I have vague, distant memories.
Journals. Oh, okay. I remember my guy. My guy. Yeah. Was named Unyielding Tranquility.
That's a cringe name if I've ever heard one.
Fuck you. And I was a monk, but I didn't have any powers. I was just like fucking like a Shaolin monk. I was just fucking acrobatic and shit. So instead of kick flipping, I just
it was.
flipped everywhere.
Oh, it was Chow Mein.
Yeah.
Chow Mein, another character I had at some point.
Um. Oh no! Oh, here's the other. I was an old man. I was an old man as well. So I was an old monk. And I made Kibo incredibly like fucking salty because he's obviously playing as Momoko, of course. And I just started hitting on Momoko. I could hear Kibo getting like audibly frustrated. This old creepy monk trying to seduce Momoko for no reason other than like we just have to pass the time and wait for something. That was funny. But yeah, I had to take the what do you call it?
The reins.
The leading role. Yeah, yeah, and like see things. And after every episode, me and Witch would have like a long conversation afterwards, like reviewing shit. And the main thoughts was God, Small is fucking annoying, and
Dude, are these in your notes?
no, I mean we were just vocal. No, no, no. Small doesn't have a fucking one now. Small. No, actually, I didn't keep it back when Small was. But anyway, Small was fucking annoying, and yeah, even though I was just joking, I had to fucking make the notes. Don't fucking fuck around with Momoko, because Kibo will fucking take that seriously. And also, why the fuck is he playing Momoko in an RP? But that's a different question. It's an RP. He can play what he wants. But yeah, I mean that was it basically.
So not a lot really happened.
No. We did a bunch. It went. I mean, compared to the other ones I was in, it's just this was a year ago, and I didn't really take notes, so I can't really talk about it. Because yeah, nothing of that caliber happened. There wasn't some earth-shattering event, but no, it was a fun RP. Just other shit happened, and we moved on.
I see.
But what was the stuff you heard then? What did you hear?
Basically, the stuff I heard was that between Witch, Pomp, and Kibo being in the same room, there was this very, very sexual undertone to everything.
Yeah, I mean, Kibo's horny. Pomf is playing a fairy. I don't know about Witch, per se. But,
Well, which being the DM who kind of facilitates the cum braininess.
yeah, he wasn't, like, spraying Kibo with water every time he did something. But it never descended into, like, fucking, bards fucking a dragon or something. Like, again, like, the only reason I hit on Momoko was just to pass the time, and I thought Kibo would find it funny. He didn't find it funny, so I was like, all right.
You should have made
I
your character a short, skinny brunette from Georgia.
this isn't meant to be an attack on Kibo.
Fuck Kiro, you show your weakness like that, that's gonna get fucking poked and prodded.
But yeah, like it's yeah. I mean, I had fun. I had fun. I wasn't necessarily hugely invested in the world necessarily because Small decided which did this thing where like everybody decided an aspect, which sounds good in practice, but like good in theory. But fucking Small, like I think he just said, "Oh, the whole thing's fucking underground." It's like, all right then. Ton of fucking world, but now we're all just fucking in caverns all the time. Great, thanks, Small. But then I'm an ultra autist about this shit. Like, I wanted to create nations and have different currencies and exchange rates and like tariff policies and whatever, and everyone was just like, no. Cool.
I mean, if you want to write up the 500 pages of taxation law, go right ahead, but don't try and push it on to everyone else if you're not gonna do that bit first.
Fuck! Like, you say that like I wouldn't do it. Like, were you there when I had that huge like conversation about like me building my own worlds and shit? All of them had taxation policies, dude. All of them had currencies, exchange rates, tariffs.
And how much do you know about your current taxation policies?
In the UK, fuck no, I don't pay tax. I did a bit when I did fucking business and economics. We had to, but I've I don't keep on to that too much.
All right then. Well, that's good to know then. Good to know. Good to know. So, you got anything else you want to talk about?
Um. Not really. I've been playing games and my ear, I guess.
Oh,
may as well
right.
say
So
that wasn't an episode.
Yeah, in fact, that wasn't an episode. It was the reason we didn't have an episode.
Yeah.
So, what happened?
So sometimes like my ears pop randomly. I've gotten used to it. Just happens. And but one time, I couldn't really hear out of my left ear. It's like, okay. I just slept on it because normally when I wake up, if anything like that, it'll be solved. But then I woke up and it was even worse. Like I just couldn't hear on one side, and I did what anyone would do and just, it's probably nothing big. It'll go away.
Same.
So after a few days, it didn't go away. So I did go to the doctors, but obviously coronavirus and whatever. And they were like, "Nah, fam, we can't help you." Like, literally didn't even let me in the door. They made me wait outside. They came to the door, and then they were just like, "Nah, like, make an appointment or something." I'm like, I'm not going to make an appointment. I just wanted to quickly see somebody if there was someone available, but it's not that important. So I went to the pharmacist and I picked up some shit that like de-blocks your ear, like if it's like wax or something. Unblocks your ear, not de-blocks. Fucking hell. And didn't work. And yeah, like a week passed, and fucking Sleepy. Actually, it was that fucking call we had where like Sleepy was just like, "Dude, fucking get it checked out." You fucking retard. I was like, all right, fine. So I went to the doctors, and the guy just had like a look at it. I just like instantly said, "Oh, it's a cyst." And it's like it's a very
nice.
Yeah, it's like it's a very unfortunate placement. But come back tomorrow and we'll drain it. So I went back the next. So that was Wednesday. I saw him on Tuesday and then I had to come back on Wednesday. So I went back on Wednesday. I had to fill out a fucking form. He gave me a fucking lecture about smoking. Like, yes, smoking is the reason I fucking have a cyst in my fucking ear.
Yes, didn't you know? Fucking smoking causes everything.
So yeah, so he had a fucking go at me about that. I was like, yeah, yes, Dad, and
I mean, your dad smoked too.
Yeah, oh, he fucking died of it. Yeah, he got throat cancer. I have like the #1 advertisement as to why you shouldn't smoke. But again, we're not talking about that.
I think everyone does, to be honest.
Sorry?
I think everyone does, to be honest.
Does what?
I don't know. I've just seen smoking be a constant generational cycle, is all.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. But yeah. Anyway, so you rubbed some gel on it. That made my ear go all tingly.
Ooh.
And
did you ask for a bottle of it for home?
Ask for a bottle?
Yeah, ask for a bottle of gel for home.
No, it wasn't like a pleasant tingle. It's like a you know if you're on the toilet and you put your elbow on your knee and you like make it go a bit dead and you stand up and it feels all tingly.
Oh,
it's like that feeling.
Just pins and needles.
Yeah, but with the pins and needles with the sensation that you can't feel anything.
Ooh.
So like, so I didn't even feel like the pincer. Like, but you just put a needle in my like down my fucking ear. I didn't even feel it. And I didn't even really feel like the liquid, whatever. But yeah, and that was it. Went on my way. Went back home. After a few hours, it started hurting a bit because like the gel worn off. But that is fine. And now I can hear again.
Nice.
But yeah, that's why there wasn't an episode, because I couldn't fucking hear out of one side, and it's pretty fucking disorientating to talk like anything.
Just get bass in one ear, and it's great. 10 out of 10.
But yeah, that's all I have. So,
in which case, thanks for coming, everyone, and remember to clean your ears for cysts or go to doctors occasionally. I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah, I mean, I was fucking thinking it was a tumor or something.
Don't pull a moon. Don't never see doctors, because you have perfect genetics, and you just you don't need to see them because nothing's wrong with you. You're great.
True. See you later.
Goodbye.
See you guys. Thank you.